Merry Christmas Eve. Today is December 24th, 2019. I'm Kim Wilkinson of Empowered Life and wanted to share a very personal message with you today as I prepare to move through my first Christmas without my son. My son Tristan passed away just this past November 14th, 2019, so just over a month ago. So this is still pretty raw, pretty real. But I know there are so many other parents, siblings, grandparents, people out there going through this same thing, whether it's your first Christmas too, or your second or third. And for me to share the journey through social media is very healing, but it's also about finding purpose in this situation and finding the opportunity to share the story and my experience with others so that hopefully anybody who may be suffering can find some healing, some hope, some resources, something to help. And that's why I'm sharing this. So if you haven't seen any of my other videos, I've shared from the day after I found out my son passed. You can go back and learn a little bit more about the history of what's kind of gone on. For those of you that don't know me, I am a full-time entrepreneur. I teach yoga, meditation. I do Reiki and a few other healing modalities, a lot of life coaching and workshops, courses, and mostly around healing and moving through some of life's most traumatic events. So I guess ironically, I've had a lot of practice. I have a lot of tools and resources to move through my own situation, which I'm very grateful for, because not everybody has, the tools or the resources that I've picked up along the way. I wouldn't say I am a religious person, but I am definitely a spiritual person. I don't go to church on a weekly basis. I do believe in Creator, and I have a very spiritual practice in this beautiful space in my home, which I call my Zen Den. And I meditate regularly, and I do come down and say prayers. And I have a bit of a strategy to get through the next few days. And it's tough, even though I have these great tools and resources, and I've had a lot of training and opportunities to prepare for this. I don't know if you can ever really be prepared to deal with losing a child. So it's been a roller coaster of emotions, and there's some days where I feel like I got this. I am strong. I can do this, and it's great. And there's been a couple of days I think where I haven't cried, and then there's other days where I'm sitting in my vehicle in the grocery store parking lot, or I'm walking down the aisle of a store, and I'm giving myself this pep talk, saying, "Don't fucking cry! Don't fucking cry! Don't fucking cry!" as the tears are welling up in my eyes. And that heaviness in the chest and the tension in the gut. And that's okay. That's normal. And I want to make sure that I'm not sending this message that you shouldn't cry. I think the key is to find balance in grieving and continuing to move forward. So we do need to take time and make time to cry. And sometimes we have to force ourselves to cry because we do kind of put on this front. But we also have to move on and keep going. And that's what our loved ones would want us to do. They don't want to see us suffering. But it's very easy to allow ourselves to fall into this pit of suffering 24/7. And it is so unhealthy. It will destroy you. It will destroy the rest of your family and your life. It is often said that, when you lose someone you love, it changes you forever. And that's true. But I realized something today, something that I already knew, but that I really gave some deep thought to today. And that is that everything changes us. Every single experience we have changes us. Life is always changing. Nothing is ever the same. Nothing is going to be like it was ever, no matter what happens in life. Next Christmas is going to be different than this Christmas. And next summer is going to be different than last summer, and so on. Things are always changing. So I want to share with you I guess, what I have planned to make it through the next few days. Because I think we need to find that balance. So for me, it's Christmas Eve. It's going to be quiet here. It's just my husband and I this evening. So at some point I will come down to the Zen Den. I will light some candles just as I have done here. My son's ashes are here with me. He loved this space, so it's nice to have him here in that sense. For me, that's not him, but it's symbolic of him. I have a picture of him over here, and I will come down, I will light some candles, and I will sit, and I will do some prayers that he is at peace, and I will shed a few tears, knowing that I'm sad that he will not be here with us. But I will also then shift into gratitude and be thankful for the time that I had with him, for the memories I have, for the gifts that he gave me, for the lessons he taught me, and for the opportunity he brought me, which is to share and to continue to teach and educate and support and help in whatever way I can. And then I will go back upstairs and join my husband and enjoy time with him, with maybe some good food, and we'll watch a Christmas movie and go to bed early. Tomorrow is Christmas Day. We have 5 other children. We're a blended family, so there's other parents, there's girlfriends, boyfriends. It's very difficult for all of us to get together on the same day. So often Christmas is celebrated sometime before or after the 25th. So we're doing our big meal on the 26th. And so the 25th tomorrow will be quiet again. It's just my husband and I. We'll get up in the morning, and I will come down here. Again, I will light some candles for Tristan. I will say some prayers. I will do a meditation, maybe shed some tears, and then I will go back upstairs and exchange some gifts with my husband, and then we're going to do a little bit of visiting and then have a quiet day. And I may cry some tears throughout the day, and that's okay. I will allow myself to do so, but I won't allow myself to fall into a pit of suffering. The 26th, we'll have the rest of our family here, and it'll be a roller coaster too. I anticipate that. It'll be good. It'll be a distraction. There's always lots of laughs and fun, and but I know there will be moments where I may have to slip away and just have a little cry, and that's okay. But one of the things I have planned also is because we are all going to be here, or all the rest of us are going to be here, we're going to do a few family photos just in the living room. And, the family photos are now different because Tristan will no longer be there with us. However, for a few of the family photos, I will bring an 8x10 picture of him into it with us so that it's like he is still there with us. So it's that balance of, what does the family look like moving forward, and the family is still with Tristan. And I will be back doing more videos to let you know how that all unfolds. I feel like that's the best thing that I can do, and I think it's that balance. And all of this stuff is what I teach. I call it doing the work. And I think we always have to do the work every single day, no matter what we're going through. Life's a roller coaster. It's what it is. We have just one experience after another, and our experiences are either pleasant or they're unpleasant. And we're going to have both. It's inevitable. Things are going to happen. We've all gone through some pretty horrible stuff. Many of you are going through some horrible stuff right now, and sadly, more stuff's going to come. There are relationship struggles, there are career struggles, there's illness, and there's death. And death is a part of life. We can't avoid it. It's going to show up at some point. And I think the key is to try to move through it in the best way we can. And finding that balance again of grieving and continuing to move forward. For those of you that are struggling this Christmas, my heart goes out to you. And as I light candles over the next few days, I will be thinking of you and praying for so much love and light to come into your heart. and pray for healing and hope. And for those of you that are enjoying Christmas, be grateful for that and don't take it for granted. We take a lot for granted in life. And sometimes Christmas, gets very overwhelming and very commercialized, and we forget what, the important part is, and that's presence with each other. I don't mean presence as in gifts. I mean just being present with each other and, connecting. Human connection. It's so important. It's what we all need, and it's an important part of healing. So I do wish you all a very Merry Christmas. Do make sure that you find time for gratitude. No matter where you are, who you're with, what you're going through, there's always something to be grateful for. And gratitude is what is going to help, move into that healing phase and to help with moving forward and attracting more positive energy into our lives. I'm going to leave it at that for now. I will be back probably the end of Boxing Day to let you know how things went. Again, have a safe and happy holiday. Merry Christmas. And if you resonate with any of this, if you're that person that may be struggling, please subscribe or feel free to share this video. Again, there are several videos already posted, more about the detail of my son's struggles and the initial discovery of finding that he passed. And there are going to be many more to come as I share the healing process, the journey, and just trying to help in whatever way I can. Again, Merry Christmas.